Hey everyone, hope things are going well. Joel back with another update, and I'm COVID free, so you can hear it in the lungs a little bit, little coffee, but I beat it. COVID sucks, by the way. I may have had it before, I'm not sure, but I definitely had it 10 days ago. Those first 3 days, oh my god, they were awful. But I'm out. I'm done. I'm free for now. I guess until I get it again, which I probably will. Wife's free of COVID, baby's free of COVID. My mom's visiting to help with little Zora, free of COVID. We're good to go. So that was pretty much the last 2 weeks, was getting back from vacation, being sick, and just trying to get stuff together. So now I am full steam ahead on moving forward with the showcase and work. So I think all my updates from the last time I spoke are pretty much the same. Now it's going to be the big thing about getting this showcase off and running. I've done 5 so far. The last one was not good. The guests were great, but it was at the Boston Public Library on a Tuesday night, and it was cold, and no one came out. I've had showcases get over 50, 60. I want to get over 100 for this one, and I put over 150 tickets available. 150 tickets are available on Eventbrite. So the way the showcase is going to work is I'm going to have a bunch of folks from Baltimore, maybe my friend Rashad, get on stage and talk about moonlighting, even if they're not currently moonlighting. A good amount of them are. But it's about working for someone else and then working for yourself. And then they're going to focus on their business. And hopefully by the end of the night, be able to network, gain clients, etc., etc. It's going to be at Mobtown Brewing, which I've been to in Baltimore. So I'm excited about it. So there's a bunch of things I have to get in order prior. It's August 29th right now, Tuesday, and it's going to be on November 3rd. And in the past, I did a lot of reaching out to people I knew. My apologies for that, which is fine. People came, and I'm grateful for that, but you definitely have to find a way to market your event and promote it. So you get strangers to come, which has happened before. I've had complete strangers look up different calendars in Boston and go, yeah, I don't know you. I just want to come to this event. I'm like, nice. So I got to do it this time all the way. I know a few folks in Baltimore, but it's not my hometown. I don't live there. So I have to get to work on inviting folks. So first things first, I have to get the speakers lined up. I have 4 confirmed. Jasmine Manning, Black Genius Art Show, my boy Keo, Drama Mama Bookshop. I think I'm going to add 2 more speakers and be done with it. So I'm going through small business tags and hashtags online just to find folks in Baltimore who may fit the bill. I've been going through Made in Baltimore and downtown Baltimore vendor lists, just looking at different businesses and seeing who I'd want there. That's going to be my focus. I like to even it out. Baltimore's a black city, so you definitely have to represent. I like to represent the demographics, but also just black folks in general, man. So all guests, as of now, are black. And normally just because that's just how it is, I feel like, in the circles I've been in. When I was in the startup space in Boston, there were definitely a ton of white folks who were moonlighting, period. But when it came to the startup space in terms of who is getting funding, specifically, like, I'm only talking about tech. It wasn't diverse in terms of people pitching, creating, getting funding and not having to work and being able to, focus full time. It generally were people who were developers. It focused on people who, college networks, right? So you got, I'm in Boston, you got Harvard, you got Tufts, you got BU, BC, whatever it may have you. And networks naturally form. You have Facebook's out there, Twitter's out there, Google's out there. So it was pretty siloed in terms of who was being celebrated, found, funded. So from my experience in terms of finding guests, finding moonlighters, people who wanted to participate in that specific space, most of the people of color, women, weren't getting a lot of funding. So that's where I found most of the core of the moonlighters. Not sure what the makeup is in Baltimore. Sounding like a ramble. I hope I'm not rambling. But I just like to make sure everyone's represented. Period. I like to try to capture the essence of a city, right? And the city populace. But I just want to make sure whoever wants to be down is down, I don't care. You could be a 60-year-old white dude. 18-year-old Ecuadorian lady. If this is what you're doing and you want to share, let's share. So when I look for guests, I try to be intentional and make sure, like, look for something unique, look for something cool, and look for people who, just do that. And so that's where I'm at. I have a couple people I know that I want to showcase that have been really helpful to me and have really cool ideas and businesses. And so that's what the core is. But I definitely want to branch out a bit and see who else is out there. So that takes a little work, going through IG pages and Facebook, websites, whatever may have you, finding who owns these places, their story, reaching out, talking, etc. Once I figure out who the guests are going to be, I'm going to meet every single one of them. So that means going from DC to Baltimore. You drive, it's 50 minutes. Train, it's 40 minutes. I don't know. It's not far. Going to each place, talking to folks, and just kind of preparing everyone for what's to come. Going to the venue, making sure the venue's straight. That is pretty straightforward. Figure out what I need for the venue, and then talking to guests. I love stuff like that. The tough thing is going to be getting people in the door. So I have to outline. Instead of going person by person, I'm going to outline groups I can reach out to. And I'm trying to figure out companies. Like, does it make sense to reach out to an HR director and be like, yo, this is an event where we celebrate blah, blah, blah. Entrepreneurship and employment. You should tell your folks to show up and hang out here. That's what I need to see. So that's what I'll do for reaching out. I've been to some cool events. The Social Innovation Lab from Johns Hopkins had a really nice event. I'd probably reach out to them. There's a couple cool companies that I like a lot in Baltimore, like Fearless. Maybe I'll reach out to them just to say, hey, just come celebrate with us. And then hopefully make this a recurring thing in multiple cities. That's where I want to kind of launch it now. So this event is going to be free. It's going to be free entry, Mobtown Brewing. Everyone's just going to be there. I would love a sponsor, but I need footage of an event that looks good. Then it's like, let's blow this up. Let's go. So yeah, on top of that, I just need to get the name of the podcast and the club and the agency out. All my social media clips are drafted up in Buffer. Just got to schedule them out tonight and tomorrow night. September 1st, we're back out there. I'm on my social networks. I'd let that fall way off in the summertime. You already know, the summertime was crazy. It was nuts. There was just so many random things happening. I just kept getting punched in the gut. So those will be that'll be pretty straightforward. I'm scheduling posts, and then I'll be posting about the showcase or whatever in the meantime. That's not hard. If I do any interviewing, it'll be showcase based. So maybe talking to the folks in Baltimore, because I have Ujima stuff too that I don't know when is going to happen. But the big thing is making sure this series kicks off. Drink of water. So yeah, that's the focus, man. I love doing these shows. I'm glad I get to do another one. So that's the big thing. November 3rd, let's do it. And I like to do a bunch. So that's my focus. Social media, everything around this. Being good to go. Yeah, staying healthy. Getting ready for the fall. That'll be my focus. So also, I've decided to start looking for a gig, another job. Just miss money. So it sucks though. It's like knowing the type. I was at an agency last, so I don't know. I guess I was looking for that, but like trying to find the right gig at a company that you give a shit about and going through that process. Applying for jobs is just so bad. Like the fact that I still have to fill out boxes sometimes makes no sense. But that is where I'm at in terms of the job search. So I'm really early in it, just looking at companies that might be cool. Agencies, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. So that is it. I say so a lot. I gotta not do that. I just want to just talk and not use those filler words. Yeah. All right. So I gotta get back to it. I gotta go pick up my daughter from daycare. I have to, I love how there was just space. I didn't have a filler word, so I just got quiet. Anyway, I got to pick up my daughter from daycare. We're going to hang out. My wife is going to do some alone time this week at a resort, which is nice. So it'll be just me, my mom, and my little daughter for a couple of days. And I'm just going to focus on getting this showcase popping. So If you have any questions, joel@moonlightersclub.com. Otherwise, you'll be hearing from me a lot in the next 2 months and moving forward, because this is going to be a thing. All right, everyone. We'll talk soon.